Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay, so yeah, royalty, get out your petty tea, something to eat, nibble on, embrace, snuggle under a blanket. Ooh, it's like today's going to be kind of a mixture, and I know I keep saying I'm going to have this episode or talk about this and that, and there's so much going on right now, and trying to write and create and get things ready for my business, which it's coming, but oh my gosh, it's a lot, especially with disability life, which anyway, yeah, you're going to need just something to sip on. You already know I take about 20-30 minutes and everything because I'm not one to be shy at all. And especially since a lot of CK loving people want me to shut up and stuff. I'm just like, you know what? They don't understand. The more you tell me to shut up, the more like, nah, I'm going to talk even more, and I'm going to talk about the subjects you don't want me to talk about. I'm going to make sure to get on those twice or even 10 times as much. So let's begin. Okay. Because it's really crazy with how our country, and you know what? I'm just going to start off again with Black women told you so. The 92%. It's like I know with my channel, I know I had a large gap of not really putting many episodes up, but trying to teach classes and write and create and disability, like all the other things in life was happening, and a lot of stress, especially because of some racism and things like that going on. But we were telling you guys so. And it's crazy how now it's trending on TikTok how some of these people are like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. Okay. It's like if you voted for the orange guy, don't you dare. And I repeat, don't you dare have the gall, the nerve to lie. Yes, I said lie and say you did not vote for this. I've said some of this in different episodes. So catch up. I have over 500 of them. But we had clues all of this time. We had a mountain over a like larger than a mountain of amount of clues and hints and cautions and don't go there. And it was kind of like those scary movies, and it's like a black woman should know because usually black people, we go out first, so we know what to look out for. It's like we're yelling at the white people, don't do that, don't turn off that light, don't go down those stairs, but you guys act like you on Scooby-Doo, like a la 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 la, nothing's gonna happen to us, we're all good, we're white, so ha 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 ha. And now look what's happening. It's like some of these orange man supporting people, it's like some of them can blame it on poorly educated, some of them can blame it on their privilege, but they cannot say they did not vote for this. Because, okay, like I said, okay, let me go over, this will be kind of a summary of the things that I've been saying, because I've noticed and I heard and I had the receipts in the videos. Because some people are like, he wasn't like this in his first presidency. He didn't do this stuff. He didn't act like this. Okay, I'm going to say this with all of the disrespect. Every drop and penny of disrespect. Oh, and I'm going to talk about another episode in more of a thorough way. Yeah. Now, Isaac, I don't know how true it is. I saw an article on, like, so I'm gonna post that on that episode when I get to it. But the orange man wants to be on the quarter. The orange man wants to be on a quarter. Part of me just like, cause now Like when I start going out and going shopping and everything and running errands again, now when they give me change, I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't have like a racist in my hand. Like I know there was racism all throughout history, and some of the people on the, but not to that extent. It's like, okay, no, like no, I shouldn't have to, like, when you give me my change, I'm like, okay, which do I have? Like, no, I don't want, no, I don't want his face on my money. And also, it should be a requirement. It should be a requirement for first the Epstein files. It's like if he wants to have the nerve to be like one of the faces on our money, he has to release all of the Epstein files, every single paper. And especially after Elon and a lot of people, like people were hinting that his names are in the, I want to see every place his name is on there. It's like he lied about Project 2025 because didn't he have the nerve to say that I don't know what that is? And it's like, oh, my name's in it. I don't know. And I was like, there was just lie after lie after lie after lie. And to the point where it's like now that the government's closed, he is bragging about, and also right after the election, like a lot of the people he hired to work in his staff are the authors of that project. And now that the government is closed, he is bragging. He even put Project 2025 in his message, saying that they're going to meet so that they can go and figure out which Democrat programs or whatever to close to hurt us. And part of me is like, how does that make you a leader? How does that make you a leader? Aren't you supposed to be a leader for the country, not just a leader for your cult and your followers and people who praise you? Okay, because it's like President Biden didn't ask for that. President Obama didn't ask for that. People were trying to call President Obama like monkey and animals, and even pictures of him hanging on a, yeah, because it's like I was gonna screenshot it as proof, but then I'm like, I can't. I'm never gonna post that. So what's the point? So some people are gonna say, oh, she's lying. And I would say, okay, go to either Twitter, yeah, I don't call it. It's like go to Twitter, go to some of the Facebook groups and everything when they post pictures of Mrs. Obama as like she's a man, she's not a woman, she's a monkey, she's this, she's that, she's ugly. Oh, look at our current first lady, she's the most beautiful. But anyway, it's like, and you know what? I'm off topic of what I was real originally, and maybe this is just going to be a random episode because there's so much going on right now. So I'm just gonna whatever because when it comes to how this country is treating us, and then really like how they are just deporting and going by like racism, it's like so many of the Hispanic people voted for this man, and that gives me a U-turn back to my subject. If you say you didn't vote for this but you voted for him, yes you did. Because okay, be patient. Like anyway, this is like this episode is as messy as my life. This channel is as messy as my life. So like if you've been watching, you already know this. But okay, I'm gonna start with, he wasn't like this during his first presidency, which is disgusting that even we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here because you have the nerve to say that, but you were like, you had a blindfold on, or you were just so much of the cult that you ignored all of the red flags, or you loved the bigotry and the racism so much you thought it was entertaining, and you were like, I don't care because racism doesn't go against me because I'm one of the privileged. And oh, there's no such thing as white privilege, even though I live it every day. I don't care. Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna say there's no white privilege so that I can, get more advances and get more of a like chances in life and everything, and I'm just gonna push everyone else down while I say that. And yeah, I mean that's how it looks to me. But okay. If you've been listening to the episodes when I talk about this, you're already gonna know what I'm gonna say. Already know some of the things, because I'm not even gonna go through everything. But first presidency. Look up how many people got hired and quit. Look up how many. I dare you. Because normally I have all the receipts. I'm lazy today. I don't like. Well, I can't even say no. I'm not lazy. I'm I'm gonna be real. I need to do more of my physical therapy. I need to write this book, and then with the greeting cards, doing the measurements, and also trying to choose which printing and paper company I'm going to be ordering the supplies for, because especially with the tariffs. But I mean, it's kind of a blessing that I haven't started my businesses yet. Part of me just wonders, is all of the awful things in my life, is like, did things just kind of align to be like, okay, now that you have all of these terrible tariffs, now you can look at and like compare the packages, like, because now at least you're starting at this point. You have it, like, especially with your disability, it's like, because disability life is expensive and it's stressful. So it's like, if I would have to take out money for my disability to keep going through the same company, I can't do, I wouldn't be able to do that. So with my life, I'm like, okay, things have like, it's a nightmare. It's just like my dating life. It's a nightmare, but it's happening. So, but yeah, it's like going through, like, even with the candles and the wax, like choosing which wax, and then I'm going to be buying different waxes and comparing the, like, how they burn. And it's like, just, and especially with the scents and the smells. And so yeah, let's just say my life is messy. It's a lot. But even with my messy life, I was still smart enough. I was still observant enough to know, don't you dare vote for this man. I was telling people, don't you dare vote for this man. Because, yeah, you think I forgot, but yeah, go research. If you have to pause, if you decide not to watch anymore, I don't care. Because when you look it up, you're going to see I'm right. And it's like, I think that's one reason why some people give me the thumbs down, because, yeah, I don't lie. I tell you the truth, nothing but the truth. I don't care. And some people don't get into politics because they're scared they're not going to get a following, or they're scared to not say certain things because they're scared. I don't care. It's like, yes, did I want this to one day start a business? And especially, again, with my disability, have a chance to be able to make a difference and work and everything in a way where, even on painful days, or days where just, yeah, it's like, I'll just, just, yeah. But it's just so, I noticed all of the red flags. So if you can at least look up how many people, I promise you'll see something. Because look up some of those people and look up their interviews. I listened to a lot of them. And remember, I'm a nerd, so, and I'm a sapiosexual. So, especially when it comes to politics, documentaries, and things like that, that's my thing. I love that. And so, and that's one reason some men can't stand me, because I out debate them in most, or a lot of men hate. Oh my gosh. Oh, remember that debate, Zach? Yeah. Anyway. And well, a lot of the people that during his first presidency said, "Don't you vote for this man again." And when there was, I want to put a few example videos up, but there's one gentleman in the video who, or because even in the one of the examples, a few of them were like, "I voted for him all three times," and one of the gentlemen was like, "He won all three times." Uh, um, You're proving the poorly educated. You're proving that you don't pay attention. You're proving that you don't listen to like actual people, yeah, or people who will tell you the truth, or people who aren't just going to entertain you like Fox News. You're showing why, like, you did vote for this. It's like, while he's saying he didn't, he's proving with what he's saying that he did vote exactly for this. Because so many of the people that were in and out of that White House so quickly, it was like a White House revolving door. And they were just like, don't vote for this man. This man asked us to do some inhumane things. Some of them said that. This man kept asking us to do such horrific and terrible things. We had to ignore him. Or we just had to nod our heads and leave the office, and we just tried to see if he would forget about those horrific things. And if he brought it up again, we'd be like, oh no, well, okay, look at this program and this. And what about if we do? It's like, and they had to distract him from the hatred he is allowed to perform now. But a lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, well, he wasn't like this. Nuh-mm. He was like this. He was exactly like this. And it's like, you guys keep putting the word woke down. Yes, I said the word. I'm very woke, and I'm proud to be woke, and I will always be woke and a parent. And that's one reason why I stand up for the LGBTQ plus community, and Black community, and people of color, and people with disabilities, and women. And it's like, I mean, yeah, the white men too, but we got to be careful. Like, I choose the bear over most white men because, like, I've told you guys about Mr. No Heart. I've told you guys about Mr. Lockakey. Mr. Lockakey literally tried to, like, he was committing a crime, but tried to put the crime on me to get me arrested because he said that would force me to stay with him. And this is after he held a weapon to his wrist. That's how I never wanted to date this man, but he literally kept threatening that he was going to eliminate himself from the earth if I did not date him. And then you go to Mr. No Heart and all of the horrible, terrible, racist things he allowed his mother and family members to say about me. And how when I wanted to try to start my businesses, it's like the poem from college he threw away. And then trying to start my business. You can't do this. Why are you going to do this? I can do a better job. It's like, oh, that's kind of creative, but whatever. That's going to be too expensive. You're going to waste your time. And then when he went to start a business, he begged me for months to start a business, but he had not a drop of money to start a business. That man owes me over $3,000. Over three, possibly closer to five, but at least, especially, yeah. But it's like, I've learned so much about, and that's one reason why I have my dating standards. And you know who hates my dating standards? White men. Some black men too, but especially white men hate my standards because they don't think a black woman should have these standards. They don't think a black woman should know about investing. They've told me this. They've told me this. They were like, oh, you're trying to act white? Only white men invest. You don't have investments. Why are you going to put me down like that? How are you going to degrade? Like, okay, you started it. You started it. It's like, white men get upset when a black woman works her tush off and tries to do all of her dreams and all of the things that her creative mind can think of. And then so many, like, it's crazy how I already went through enough mental ABUSC with my mother, but then the battle with white men. But then the sad truth is, normally I'm more compatible with white men because black men say I act too white, act too proper. I'm trying to be something that I shouldn't be, and that I'm too much of a nerd. But yeah, I'm a sapiosexual, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy. But then people blame me for being single, but it's just like, I'm not going to settle. I busted my tush off for my 3 degrees. I busted my tush off and worked like numerous jobs to get where, like, and oh, trust me, student loans, who. But, but if jobs would have actually looked past my disability, because I told you guys about the racism, the ableism within the hiring process at a lot of these school or a lot, well, schools and universities and jobs. Cause yeah, going to job interviews at certain schools and the excuses were, well, we have stairs and well, we can't, oh, we wouldn't be able to bring that grade down. It's like, but you're the most hot, like, do you know how many times I've heard I was the most qualified person, but then they couldn't give me the job? And or that it's like with white schools. Do you know how many times I've heard, you don't look like how you sound? I would have never pictured you. And or they interview me, then I see that they looked up my profile on LinkedIn, but then they call me back and tell me they no longer need me for the position. But America says they're not racist, right? America says they're not racist, right? But then now you have this orange guy wanting to be on the coin, but we still don't have the Epstein files out. And then look at what you guys don't see, all of the patterns and all of the red flags. But black women, we saw all the red flags. Because look at how many people that have been following and being the orange man's friend. Look how many have been caught with young girls. I'm not even gonna, like, not ladies like that one pastor said. Look at how many people that are now, like, who have been in prison, gone to prison, are going to prison. And then they were friends because yeah, P. Diddy was friends with him too, right? Yeah. And so it's just kind of crazy with how, and I mean, yeah, that may not happen all of the time, but then you have to look at reality as well. You have to look at the bigger scope. Not only is this coincidental in so many different ways with so many different people, but then he is so scared of those Epstein files gonna be out. He is so scared. And Republican Party, like, part of me is just like, the Republican Party is so Christian and religious, and I'm a Christian. That's a funny thing. Like, a lot of these white men in dating apps, when they see my profile and see my standards, they get so mad. They're like, "You're a sinner. You can't be a Christian." It's like, you're just a no good piece of trash. And they call me so many different things, but it's like, I'm the one who wants health care for all. I'm the one who wants to help the homeless and not like that person on Fox News who says, let's just eliminate the homeless people. And you know what I mean by eliminate. And then two of the people that watched the show went and did exactly what he said, but he still has his job too. He still has his job too, which is kind of alarming, right? But it's like when you look at, he wants just all of this prestige. He wants all of this attention. He wants to be on a coin so badly. As a nation, as a country, we should say, in order for you to get that, ugh, it's like you would have to release the Epstein files. And I would want to see what happens. Does he want to be on a coin that bad? Or does he want to hide the files that bad? Which one is it? Which one is it? Wouldn't we all want to be entertained by that? Because I would really want to know which way it's going to go with that one. But also, I would never forget when I saw Omarosa on Big Brother, when she was having popcorn with one of our fashion male divas. You, like, I forget his name, but it's like, I remember they were like, the way that they had like the popcorn in the pot and everything. I'm like, oh, it's like everyone was saying how good it was. I was like, what you put on that popcorn? I still, because I'm working on my popcorn oils and everything, because yeah, in the book, the recipe book and everything like that, then I'm go on Patreon, because I already have at least like 2 rounds of the pizza recipe and everything. So see, when I say I'm busy, I am busy. Everything's homemade. It's like even the pizza dough I made from scratch. But anyway, they were eating that popcorn, and she was just like, "You don't like, you didn't vote for, he's not the way you think he is. Don't you vote for him again?" Like, I mean, she was spilling tea, giving, she was giving. And Omarosa is not like, she wasn't really on like, when it comes to black women, it's like, I mean, she's not at the extent of Candace Owens. Ugh, that but she like, she, back in those days or before, like when she was working there, we were like, okay, yeah, we see you. And there were a couple of other things that she did. We were just like, kind of like Jay, like, oh, I'm gonna get to Jay-Z in another episode, because, and this is even another reason why certain white men I think is so funny and hilarious. If you've been watching the episodes, you already know which screenshots I'm talking about. But there is this one white guy who the only political opinions he could tell me about were from rappers. This rapper said this, and this rapper said that, and this rapper said black people are the racists, and black people this rapper. And I'm like, okay, what non-rapper do you listen to? It's like, do you only get your political intakes from rappers? I mean, from your profile, yeah, you are poorly educated, so it makes sense, but I mean, really? Really? And it's really crazy, because now today, when you look up these rappers, majority of them lean right. And like with especially Facebook dating apps, where you could see like what music they listen to and stuff. I look at that, like, with Bumble, you can say if you're conservative or liberal and everything, and I love that. Thank you, Bumble. Oh, I love that. More dating apps need that. But with Facebook dating, there's other ways where I look at, okay, which person does this person lean? Okay, like, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't mean it. But if all three are country artists, and especially certain country artists, and or there are like rappers, but certain rappers, I'm like, nah, nah, boo boo. So yeah, let's just say I've been right about 85% of the time. It's like, because sometimes they say they're moderate, and I'm just like, moderate's another word for, I don't want to admit that I'm Republican, but. And I didn't even get to the main subject of what I wanted to talk about, but. And also, when it comes to people who say, I didn't vote for this, don't lie. You voted for this. All of the hatred and awful things they kept saying, you voted for this. Just say it and admit it. You could say you didn't mean, well, no, you did mean it. Well, I'm going to have to think about what they can say, but don't lie and say you didn't vote for this when you did. Okay? Because, like, at least be honest and don't lie. Because we're already going through a lot of lies within the presidency right now. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.